race fans, are you ready? It is time. Moxie Media Promotions coming to you live on Spreaker Radio from the AAMCO Total Car Care Studio. It is West Coast Wide Open coming at you right now. You may be looking at history tonight. The super late models here at Willamette Speedway. 35 laps down, 5 to go.
Here he comes out of turn number 4. McLean McGoy picks up the win. Here tonight at Willamette Speedway, a 40-lap A-main event feature win. He is 12 years old and he just shows the big boys how to get the job done.
It's the first round, there's the fighting if you're in it. It's gonna get ugly just as soon as we begin until the last round. Left to right, I'm heavy-handed. After everything's landed, I'll be the last one standing from the first round. It's the fighting if you're in it. It's gonna get ugly just as soon as we begin until the last round. Left to right, I'm heavy-handed. After everything's landed, I'll be the last one standing.
I don't care who you are, and I've got an echo. That just gets me pumped every time I hear it. Let me hear you. I don't know what's going on with the system. We've got a makeshift deal here. The studio is under reconstruction. Bear with me for a moment. This is what I hate. All right. Nope. I'm sorry, guys. It is. I need... Okay, hold on. This is one thing I hate. We're going to try a couple different settings here real quick. Can anybody hear me now? Let's hope we've got it right there. Perfect. Okay. Go ahead. You should have sound out there now. Makeshift studio. You guys won't believe what's going on over here.
Well, you know, sometimes we have to do what we have to do.
That's right. So, there we go. Now we're good to go. There, we're good to go. See, it's all these different options on settings. It's absolutely nuts. Hopefully everybody can hear us out there now.
How about me? There we go.
We got you good.
I'm up there now.
Yep. Okay, so it's going to be a little different here tonight. We are going to... So let me give you the lowdown here. So typically the studio we use is under complete remodel. And when I say complete remodel, I mean it has been complete insanity. Ed, as you know, you're the GC on this deal.
For 3 weeks.
Nonstop. Unbelievable what we've done in a short amount of time. Jets Remodel Massage has expanded, purchased a tanning salon, going to combine the two to offer more services, and in the meantime, we were set to move in, thought all we had to do was come in and paint and put new carpet down. That was not the case.
That didn't work.
Not by any means. We ended up having to get into the walls and change pipes and water heaters and remodel bathrooms, and I mean, it's been what we thought was going to take about 6 days has now been 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And we've got probably another week and a half left. So we are actually have the studio set up in my house in Turner. It works. You know, it's been a while since we've been on the air. That's why Sandy and I were on vacation. Took a little time off. Ed, you guys handled business while we were gone.
Yes, we did. Sandy and Corey took off to Hawaii. and left us slaves here to work to try and get Jetstream Aqua Massage, the new building, up and going, which we did. We did a lot of painting, and sooner or later they finally showed up, and I kept waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally, poof, they're back. And I've been putting him to work in the last couple of days, but I think we're 75% finished.
75%. We're pretty close. I got to send a shout out to a local driver, Rick Wyatt. Rick Wyatt stopped in, actually helped us today a little bit. We
Yes,
had
he
to
did.
move some heavy tanning beds out and put them on the trailer to get them out of the shop. And thanks to his help, we got that done. And man, it's been awesome. The racing community that has stopped in to see everybody's excited about this, which makes me feel good. We've had Al Flora, we've had Justin Evans, we've had Rick Wyatt, we've had today Jeff Hansen stopped in and said, "Hey, what's going on? I want to see the new place and see what's going down in here." And it's cool to see the interest from the racing community. And they know that Moxie does what we can to support dirt track racing, especially here in the Pacific Northwest and up and down the West Coast. To see those guys have an interest in what we do, it's pretty cool. So I'm happy about that. But we're going to be a little different as well. It's going to be Ed and I tonight as the hosts, and we're going to be joined for the first time on the air. My smoking hot wife.
Oh my goodness.
Sandy's going to join in, and we're going to talk a little racing with her. And we've got all kinds of stuff to talk about. I want to talk about the racing action when we were gone, Ed. Kind of recap what happened there. I mean,
the first weekend that you was gone, we had Sam and Dom up in the tower, and we had a really good time, and we got the job done. And I think the fans had a really good time. We had some great racing while we was gone.
Now, stop you right there, because you talk about the fans, okay?
Yep.
And I want to tell you guys, we got a lot of compliments, okay, about you guys handling the announcing duties. Okay.
Well, I would have to say more Sam and Dom, because I set up and took a lot of pictures and then tried to help out and kind of got everything backwards for a while. And Sam got me out of the coals and posted the results the way he should. But we tried. They did a good job. I just stood around and stupid-vised.
We got a lot of compliments on you guys. And here's the thing that's funny to me about this deal, and Sandy kind of laughed about it too, was you guys were more nervous about us being gone than we were. We know we've got good staff at Moxie. We know you guys can handle what needs to be done, and you guys did a great job. I know there was some pressure, there was some things, a high-speed show, and there was a lot of stuff going on. All in all, fantastic job, you guys. I mean, we got nothing but compliments, and I'm proud of you guys. I mean, I know you guys were, like I said, were more nervous about it than we were, and I think you guys probably surprised yourself a little bit.
Well, I got to say, very little on my part. I was there. I tried to give support to Sam and Dom and get them, give them all the help I could. I did what I thought I could do, but I don't know all the racers' names yet. I know a lot of them in some of the classes, but I think Sam did a very good job and Dom did too. Mm-hmm. And all I did is just volunteered and say, "Hey guys, you tell me what you need, and I'll try and do it."
Sure.
And they did an excellent job. I'm listening. It was a little slow to begin, but then the more I kept listening, they got into it.
Well, that was their second show.
That's right.
As lead announcers, if you want to call it that. And those two guys work together very well.
Yes, they do.
They really do.
They talk together very well.
But like you said, I think, and both of them have said the same thing to me. It got a little slow start. Getting the butterflies and getting into a rhythm, and those two guys. Okay, and Sam was a little upset with me. Okay, because I've been pushing and pushing and pushing to get Sam on the mic, because I'm telling you right now, Sam has incredible potential as a race announcer.
And he knows everybody.
Right, he does, and he understands the terminology. He understands the cars and what's going on the racetrack. He was not happy with me, I'll say that, but I push him like he pushes me, and that's what makes us as a crew, I think, so good at what we do.
Well, we push each other.
We do. And I've been trying to get Sam on the mic for a few years, and he won't. I mean, every now and then he'll throw a couple jabs in there, a couple, bits and pieces, and he's off the mic when he's doing it, when he's announcing it or talking about what's going on. His passion comes through, his knowledge comes through,
yep.
and he's got unlimited potential to be just a fantastic race announcer. That's not what he does, and he doesn't want to do that. I wanted to get him up there with Dom so everybody could hear him.
Yep.
So
and he did good.
He did a great job.
Did fantastic.
We got a lot of compliments on those guys, and he was a little upset with me, but I just wanted to show. I wanted him to push his comfort zone and show what he can do, because I have that much faith in him.
Yeah.
As well as Dom. Dom made a funny comment to him, because me, when I get up there and I start doing my thing, it's passion. My love for the sport. I hope everybody hears what I feel as it comes through the speakers.
I wish everybody could see you the way, as you're talking, the way we see you, because you're bouncing around, you're having a good time. It's all coming out, and the fans are listening, and the fans are having a good time, and you can see it, and you can tell that the fans are interacting and having a good time, and you're just yada 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 yada, and I'm over there going, let me see who that is. Wait a minute, who's number 12? Oh no, wait a minute, who's 22?
Yeah.
And you're rattling them off one right after another, and Sam does that too.
Sam does. He's very good at that.
Sam does that too. He knows everybody.
Dom made a funny comment that he goes, I don't even like announcing with you. He says, you've got this energy, and he goes, it's hard to follow.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, don't follow. Just be there with me. Let's go into war together, and it goes back. I mean, my deal as far as my style, everybody has their own style, okay? I mean, you look at the generations of announcers at Willamette that are all, have been phenomenal. From Chet Edwards way back in the day to Robert Hood, one of the greatest dirt track announcers you will ever hear anywhere, and you take little bits and pieces of those guys, like, Steve Evans from the old TNN show, what was it called? Sports Cavalcade.
Mm-hmm.
And they had you take little bits and pieces of different people, and you develop your own style and put your own personality on it. And once you do that and you become your own personality, you don't have to worry about following anybody. You don't have to worry about being like anybody. Don't be like anybody. Be yourself. That's what makes people like the greatest, truly great. Michael Jordan didn't want to be like anybody else. Dale Earnhardt certainly wasn't like anybody else.
Nope,
Muhammad Ali. Those are the people that other people want to mimic. Dom was like, you're just hard to follow because you've got this energy. And Dom, very calm, cool style, very calm, cool personality, much more than myself.
And so is Sam.
Sam, very much so.
Very much alike. Neither one of them want to be the center of attention.
No, they don't.
And
And I don't think any of us as announcers want to be the center of attention. We're just there to enhance the show.
Yep.
So for two guys that have only done 2 shows together, okay, and it's funny because those guys, like you said, Sandy, have the same personality, work so good together.
Yep.
I wish those guys would do more of that, because there is, just the potential it's incredible.
Well, I loved working with Sam when, especially after we got the headsets working and the radios working, and he's over in turn 3, standing over there next to the fence, and I'm out in the middle running the drone, and we're talking back and forth, and he's trying to get the GoPro cameras to come up at the same time I did, and it's great working with Sam. I really enjoyed working that, and we was really meshing.
Well, and that's
right
because you and Sam, much like Sam and Dom having the same personality, you and Sam have that same critical thinking skills. You guys think a lot alike, and more so in more detail, more small detail, more critical type thinking, as opposed to most people that I know.
I would call it analytical.
Very analytical. Very
that
analytical.
Sounds better.
Yes, that's where I was going.
Analytical.
That's where I was going. But you and Sam are on that level.
Not that I'm a little thinker, but analytical.
Right, but you guys think about stuff that most people don't. When Sam comes to running the cameras, what he does is, he's analyzing stuff before the camera's even turned on. He's got this vision in his head.
He's actually seeing what the cameras are taking up, even though he can't see it.
Right.
He knows what they're seeing.
Much like you do with the drone.
Yep, but I've actually got it in front of me, but he's actually visualizing what he wants to see and what he's seeing, and he can see the result. That's the way I look at it. I can look at something that's really not maybe up to par or up to shape and look at it, and I can see the finished picture. I can see what I want it to be.
Right.
And that's why I call it analytical thinking,
right.
because you're actually thinking ahead of the game and knowing what your end result's going to be.
And that's so different than what I do on my end. as an announcer. I'm not looking at the end product. I'm looking at right now.
What's happening?
I'm looking